Hi guys, welcome back. So we're on to a new section now. We're still continuing with language, but now we're going to look at grammar specifically. And in this lecture, we're going to take a look at inversion, which is a really important grammar point that you need to be able to show at C1 level. So inversion, as I just said, it's a key grammar point. Examiners are looking for this in your writing. If you can show or demonstrate this in your writing correctly, the examiners are just going to give you a big tick and you'll get extra points for it. So this is on the list of stuff that examiners are looking for when they're reading your writing. So really important. The way that you can use it, you can use this in your introduction for both your report and your proposal. You can also use it in your conclusion as well. Let's take a look first of all at what it's going to look like in an introduction. So this is an introduction for a report. So we'll have a quick look. So this part here is your inversion, okay? Not only will this report highlight the recent trends in market behavior, but it will also analyze the underlying factors driving these changes. By examining both quantitative and qualitative data, it aims to provide comprehensive insights that can inform strategic decision-making process. So that's an example of inversion in a report. And for your proposal, again, it'll look pretty similar. So not only does this proposal outline a comprehensive strategy for enhancing our cybersecurity measures, but it also suggests practical steps to implement these improvements effectively. By addressing both short-term vulnerabilities and long-term threats, the proposal aims to significantly strengthen our network's security infrastructure. So this is what your inversion will look like in your introduction. There are different ways to make inversions, which I'm going to show you now. But I would recommend using this one just because it's kind of the easiest way to get it into your report or your proposal and just kind of get that tick from the examiner. So let's take a look at what an inversion actually is and how you make it. So an inversion, to make an inversion, you need to use a negative adverbial phrase, and then you need to invert the auxiliary verb you have and your subject. So this is a normal sentence here. This report will highlight recent market trends. I mean, that's fine as an introductory sentence. You can do that, but it's not that advanced. You know, it's a pretty simple sentence, future simple. You're not going to get high marks for that grammar. Whereas if you invert it using not only your negative adverbial phrase and then you switch will and the subject around, making it an inversion, the examiners are going to give you more points, basically. So it becomes not only will this report highlight market trends, So as we said, you need your negative adverbial phrase, not only. Then you need to invert or change places the auxiliary verb and the subject, and that makes your inversion form. Again, use with a negative adverb or adverbial phrase, and in doing this, it sounds more emphatic and it also sounds more formal as well. We often use this in formal writing. So in terms of negative adverbial phrases, you can use any of the phrases here, like no sooner, rarely, hardly, never, little, in no way, only then, and on no account. So you can use any of those there to make your inversion. And then after this negative adverb phrase, you'll have your inverted auxiliary and subject. Okay. So that's all well and good when you have an auxiliary verb, but what happens when there is no auxiliary verb in your normal sentence? So if there's no auxiliary verb, you need to add in that auxiliary verb to make the inversion. Okay, so for example, if you have this report highlights recent market trends, there's no auxiliary verb there. You don't have do or be or have, so you need to add it in. Okay, so not only does, you need to add does into your inversion. Not only does this report highlight market trends. Remember, auxiliary verbs can be do, it could be, and it could be have. They're our main verbs. You may also use modal verbs like will, for example, or can. They also work in an inversion as well. An extra point I need to make to you as well. The inversion comes in the second part of the sentence with these expressions here. Okay, so normally the inversion will come directly after the negative adverbial phrase, so not only does this report, but if you have any of these negative phrases, the inversion is going to come in the second part of your sentence. Okay, so any of these phrases, not until, not since, only after, only when, only by, if you use them in an inversion, you need to be putting the inversion in the second part of the sentence, not directly after. Okay, so only by integrating these suggestions can we truly optimize performance and outpace our competitors. So not only by can we You need a full clause in the middle there before you get to your inversion. So this sentence is a good one to use in your conclusion, again, of your report or proposal. You can use it in both. So only by integrating these suggestions or recommendations can we, and then you put basically the aim of your report or your proposal. So inversion forms, mainly use them in the introduction and the conclusion of both your report and proposal. And that's it for inversion forms. That's all you have to do. So again, negative adverb phrase, and then switch your auxiliary and your subject. If there is no auxiliary, add it in. If you need a little practice with these, if you're not kind of sure about the grammar form or you've never seen it before, there's a worksheet underneath this video for you so you can have a quick practice there. Please use them. Don't go crazy with them because your writing starts to look a bit odd, kind of a bit robotic and it doesn't really flow well if you use too many, one after the other. So I would say 2 max, 1 in the introduction, 1 in the conclusion. That's enough, really. Okay. So have a go at that worksheet there, get kind of comfortable with using inversion, and then head on over to the next lecture where we're going to look at inverted conditionals. Okay, I'll see you there.